Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from Group 2 and we would like to present about sources of law. Keep enjoy and stay tuned. Assalamualaikum and very good day to all my friends. My name is Sheikh Ismail Demirel bin Sheikh Ahmad Darabi. Today, I would like to introduce about introduction sources of law. As we can know, Malaysia practices the mixed legal system which includes the common law, Islamic law and customary law. After that, the Malaysian legal system is based on English common law. Sources of Malaysian law means the legal rules that make the law in Malaysia, which can be classified into written and unwritten law. What means of written law? Written law is the most important sources of law. It refers to the law contained in the federal and state constitution and in a code or a statute. The written law includes the federal constitutions, state constitutions, legislations, and subsidiary legislation, and lastly is Act. How about unwritten law? Unwritten law is simply that portion of Malaysian law which is not being enacted by Parliament or the state assemblies and which is not found in the written federal and state constitution.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Khairul Abid bin Abdullah. Today I would like to share with you Constitution and Federal Constitution. What is a federal constitution? A federal constitution is a document that sets out in detail the precise nature of the relationship between the governors and the governed, between the center of power and the periphery. This is very important matter as in a federal system, power is divided between the national government and state and local government. Federal constitution vary, but they tend to set out considerable detail the precise nature of such relationships. Why is this important? Well, a federal system of government involves the sharing of power between a national or federal government and state and local government. State Constitution. A state constitution is the supreme law of that state. State constitution establishes certain organ of government for the state, vest this organ with their powers and deny certain other powers. Like the federal constitution, the written constitution of the state do not comprise the entire constitution or fundamental law. Custom and habit. Often, the constitution of one state differs from that of another in various aspects. However, in their principal element, state constitutions are all similar to one another. Often, the constitution of one state differs from that of another in various aspects. However, in their principal element, state constitutions are all similar to one another.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Gary Peter and I will talk about the legislation. The preparation and enactment of laws by municipal, state and national legislature are referred to as legislation. In other contexts, it can refer to municipal ordinance as well as administrative agency rules and regulation enacted in the exercise of delegated legislative power. any proclamation, rule, regulation, order, resolution, notice, rule of court, by law, or other instruments are made under or by virtue of any ordinance and having legislative force is referred to as it is a set of precise rules and regulations created by the government to offer technical or procedural details needed to carry out an ordinance. The execution of subsidiary laws is critical since it may facilitate executive power administration. The legislative power, particularly Parliament, can save time by delegating its authority to the administrative authority. Legislation is necessary for a variety of reasons, including establishing norms and legislation to govern people, and organization conduct in both in the public and private realm. Legislation, also known as the statutory law, is law that has been enacted as a result of the action of a legislative or governing body. Next is Act and Statutes Law. A change in a person's legal right, obligation, or liabilities such as the acquisition of a right or exemption from a duty deriving from the legal consequence of an event such as bankruptcy, usually referred to as an a statute law is a written legislation enacted by a state or federal legislature. Statutes lay out broad legal principles that courts apply to specific situations. A statute law is a written legislation enacted by a state or federal legislature. Statutes lay out broad legal principles that courts apply to specific situations.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad Farizaim bin Muhammad Fuzi. I will give an example. In both tort and criminal law, strict liability exists when a defendant is liable for committing an action. Regardless of what his interest or mental state was when committing the action. In criminal law, possession, crime, and statutory rape are both examples of strict liability offences. Regardless of what his interest or mental state was when committing the action. In criminal law, possession, crime, and statutory rape are both examples of strict liability offences. Of law under Article 116 of the Federal Constitution includes custom and abusive having the force of law, thus distinguishing between custom that have legal customary law or adat in Malay term in essence unwritten law that are found in a particular place where no rules have ever been enacted by the legislative authority.
Hi, my name is Noifah binti Ramli and I will continue with the conclusion. So, in Malaysia, we have a practice that makes legal system which include the common law, Islamic law, and the customary law. Malaysian legal system comprises law which have arisen from three significant periods in Malaysia. The Malaysian legal system is based on common English common law. The source of Malaysian law means the legal rule that make the law in Malaysia, which can be classified two types, which is written and unwritten law. In this, written law consists of four. Number one is Federal Constitution. Federal Constitution is one of which is step up a system of federalism within a country, which is that your right as Malaysian. Number two, we have a state constitution. This is which a law approved by head of government for the state. For the legislation and subsidiary legislation is any proclamation, rule, regulation, order, notification, or other instrument made under any act. Number 4, we have act and statute. This is which act of law or a change of a person's legal right arising from legal effect. Next, we move with the unwritten law. Unwritten law consists of 3. Number 1, we have a customary law. Customary law consists of customs that are accepted as legal requirement or obligatory rule of conduct, practice, and belief. Number 2, we have a traffic offenses. This is a law enforcement official to a motor or other road user indicating that the user has a violent traffic law. So number 3, we have a strict liability. This is which a person is legally responsible for the consequences from an activity in the absence of fault or criminal. That's all from us today. Thank you for listening.